Welcome to a Cardano and an ICP update. So there's nothing really going on in the market right now, and I really want to talk about something else first, which is the Bitcoin monthly return. And as you can see, we are about to get a very boring month of September because we never really do anything in September. And if we actually close a September month in green, it's nothing too significant. And we will most likely close it red. So if we do that, if we close a red September, which judging by its past history, we're most likely going to do that. If we're going to do that, then I think ADA and ICP will get another low in the second wave move down. And then in October, when Bitcoin will most likely go up, if you again judge it by its history, that's when we'll get that's when we'll start the main third wave on the ADA chart and on the ICP chart as well. And of course on many altcoins, for example, Near, Link, Uniswap, AVAX, VeChain, Jasmine, and many other altcoins. And until then, I think we'll pretty much do absolutely nothing. And don't forget, Bitcoin dominance still has not topped, and it will most likely top in September. Maybe, I'm not sure, but judging by how this chart looks, I think it's safe to say that it will top in September or October at the very least. And then we should get an altcoin season, and when we get an altcoin season, it should look something like this over here. And it's most likely going to take somewhere between 3 to 5 months for the altcoin season to be done. And, I don't know how much Bitcoin dominance will drop, but it should, in my opinion, drop at least 35% in this cycle. And that would put the dominance at about 39%. Now, of course, it could drop below these lows right here, so maybe we'll drop 45% again. I don't see that happening, but you never know. Maybe we'll drop like 40%. If we drop like 40%, that will put us at like 36% dominance. And I don't know if you can notice this, but each cycle we put in higher lows. So maybe we'll just put in another higher low in the next cycle. And, in the 2020 cycle, we almost went to 75%. In this cycle, we went to 60%. So maybe in the next cycle, we'll go to like 45%. And if we do that, we could theoretically drop even 50% in this altcoin season. But nothing is guaranteed, and we could always break the all-time high in the next cycle of the Bitcoin dominance. So, it's very questionable. And don't forget, altcoins are altcoins. They can always fail, and they do not have to go up all of the time, No matter the technology behind them, if they don't have a good price action, then they're not going to survive. And sure, right now, ADA, for example, is copying what happened over here, and that's looking good. It's also in a second wave move down like it was right here. And ICP, again, it's doing the exact same thing. But of course, ICP does not have a price history. This coin was launched during the bear market, so of course it only went down, but still, we went up quite a lot from the bear market low. We went up from $2.82 to about $20, which is a 10x, so that's good. Well, more like a 9x or so. And, support levels are being respected, which is good. And if we do get another low in the second wave move down right here, on the ICP chart, it's not going to be bearish because we are currently at like $7.50. Let's say we get another low and we get below $5.85. Let's say we go to like $5.25 or so. I don't think that's bearish because the invalidation zone for the first wave is at $2.80. So we can still go down quite a lot, and it would not really impact the wave count too much. Now ADA, on the other hand, cannot really afford too many lows because we are almost at the 22 cents level right here, which is the invalidation zone for the first wave move to the upside. And if we get below that low, maybe you could say that we are copying what happened over here. Here we got a 1-2 setup, and when we tried going in the third wave, we failed, and we had to restart the first wave move to the upside. But do not forget, we only failed because of the pandemic. Right now, we do not have a pandemic. And if ADA fails, I don't think that's going to be good because, for example, Polkadot already, invalidated its first wave move to the upside, and it went from a very good looking chart to a very bad looking chart. And I don't see it go to the 1.618 in this cycle because of that. I'm not even sure if it will break its previous all-time high, so this chart became very questionable after it invalidated its first wave move to the upside. So yes, we could get another low on the ADA chart, but if we do get another low, the previous low was at 27.6 cents, so what's the next low going to be? Is it going to be like 25 cents or 23 cents? It's gonna be very close to the invalidation zone. And again, you could say that we're copying what happened over here, because over here, we also almost invalidated the first wave move to the upside. So the invalidation zone was at 2.6 cents. And we got to about 3 cents and the second wave moved down. So we were pretty much 0.4 cents away from invalidating the first wave move up. Maybe this is just what ADA likes to do. It could be the case, so we'll have to see what happens with this. ICP on the other hand, like I said, it can still go down quite a lot. And if you look at the weekly RSI, for example, on the ICP chart, it does look like we will get another low because, as you can see, we are getting rejected by the yellow line for a third time now, and the previous 2 times when we did that, the RSI went lower. So, here we went above it, we broke below it, and we did not get another low on the RSI. So maybe we'll not get another low on the price chart. You never know. Maybe we'll just go sideways, which would make sense because that's when Bitcoin dominance will most likely go up, although altcoins really have to kind of go down when Bitcoin goes sideways if we want Bitcoin dominance to go up. So I'm not sure if we will get new lows in the second wave move down. Maybe we'll not, because the macro wave counts, they're currently being respected on both charts. So, but if we do get another low, we have to be very careful because we cannot really afford another low on the ADA chart at least. And yeah, we'll have to see what happens with this. What I recommend doing now is not checking the charts for the next 30 days because, as you know, as I've already mentioned in this video, September is usually a very, very boring month for Bitcoin. So let's just say Bitcoin copies what it did over here. Let's say it goes down somewhere between 3% and 13%. Where would that put it? Well, let's go on the 1 hour for this. If it goes down like 3% from where it's at right now, that would put it at about 57k. So it's pretty much going to go sideways for the entire month. If it goes down like 7%, that's 54k, which is also going to be sideways price action. If it goes down 13%, that's going to put it exactly at this level right here, which is the 0.382 extension. And that's at 51k. Now, I think this is a more realistic scenario because if we want Bitcoin dominance to top in September, then we kind of need it's not a huge drop, but we need a significant drop on the Bitcoin chart, and we'll be very close to this low right here. I don't know if we will break below this low, we might not, but you never know. If we do break below that low, we have to go down like 17%, and if you check out the monthly history, I don't think that's going to happen. We never went down that much. We only went down 19%, but that was in 2014, so, And also, you have to be aware that maybe we'll close green in September. For example, here, 2016, this was a halving year. We closed green in 2016, and what happened in the pre-halving year? It also closed green. So maybe we're copying what happened in 2015 and 2016, because last year, September was a green month. So let's say we close green in September. Where would that put the price? Well, as you can see, even though it closed green, it did not really do anything. It only went up like, let's say, between 2 and 6%. So let's say we go up like 2%. That's not going to be anything. And if we go up 6%, still, that's nothing. It's going to go to like 63k. So what does this mean? Well, it most likely means that Bitcoin will go sideways for the entire month of September, and then it will start pumping in October, and that's when Bitcoin dominance will finally top, and altcoins will get their altcoin season. Until then, this is pretty much just noise, and I know it's the exact same video each day, but there's nothing to talk about right now. People do not really care about crypto right now, and we haven't had a FOMO wave yet. I think the FOMO wave is the third wave move to the upside that, in my opinion, we're about to get, and this is when people will finally start talking about crypto. Until then, yeah, I don't think people will care about crypto that much, but we might be very close to that wave. Now, do not forget, when we go in the third wave move, it's not going to happen overnight. So don't expect October to do something like this, you know? It's just not possible. That third wave will most likely take about 3 to maybe even 5 months. The price is not going to go up in a straight line. We need a first wave, a second wave, a third wave, a fourth wave, and a fifth wave to actually finish that third wave move to the upside. If we do not get 5 waves, that's going to be very, very bearish. But, you know, still, is anyone going to complain if the price goes to like $60? I don't think so. Well, on the ICP chart. And is anybody going to complain if the price is going to like $4 on the Cardano chart? I don't think so. So, you know, like I said, expect September to be a very, very boring month. But then after that, we should finally get a pump and we should get above the first wave highs on Cardano and ICP and other altcoins as well. So the first wave high of Cardano is currently at 81 cents. We should get above that level in October or maybe November. And on ICP we should get above, let's say, $21. It's going to be a third wave move to the upside. It kind of needs to be impulsive, you know, and it needs to prove itself. But anyways, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Huge thanks to all of the new Patreons and YouTube members. If you want access to all of these charts, maybe consider checking out our memberships. And if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.